Enthusiasm with multi-tonal voice.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Red. Oh.
So what's this Red Bush tea about? Give me a heads up.
Well, I've quit coffee this month, 3 weeks now. But I was drinking green tea, and now I'm going full no caffeine. So I'm on the Red Bush.
Very nice.
So the thing.
This is quite a somber beginning.
Yeah, I know. I was just the fact that we just had I had my haircut yesterday.
Everyone's had their haircut, and I'm like Grizzly Adams here.
Oh, catch up.
Grizzly
I
Adams.
know. I got a message from Luke, our barber, and he was like, "Oh, you got to come down for a haircut and beard trim and all that." And I was like, "Yes, so overdue."
Is this your dry January? Like you're just not going to have a haircut?
Yeah, mine's like broke January, so it's like, oh wait, and then all the hair growth just kicks in the winter.
Just reminded me of us having the screen, being able to see ourselves on the screen a minute ago.
Yeah,
which made me feel really uncomfortable. But I get that in the barbers. Just
do you?
Just for just staring at my own reflection for half an hour just makes me feel so awkward.
And a little small talk.
Yesterday I went to him. You know what? This chair swivels, doesn't it? I went, can you face me the other way? He was like, yeah,
really?
Right. Yeah, and I just faced out.
So you're facing the waiting room.
Yeah, and they've got all that artwork up, and it's good to see people going past through the window. It was far superior.
You know what I find a bit awkward is that when you're in the barber chair and you're looking, like, you look at yourself, you look at the barber. What happens if you get eye contact with like other people waiting? You're like,
I have done that, and you just sort of look.
You're like, you're right, mate, or.
You just have the weird like eye contact, and you just lock on for a minute, and you're like, "Oh, I've just been staring at this dude for about 20 seconds."
I've often wondered how insulting it would be to the barber if I, put my headphones in and listen to a podcast.
That is terrible.
How brutal.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
But it would be.
Well, as long as it's
it would be a nice opportunity to listen to one.
Listen to your own podcast or anyone?
That would be a bit weird.
We listen to myself.
Right. I don't think you're welcome here anymore.
Just imagine reading your own audiobook and then listening to that back.
Yeah. No.
Okay. I took that somewhere else.
Oh, it'd take you down like a strange path, wouldn't it?
So how's everyone's January been? You did your dry January, kind of, but not really, and then you gave up. Was it 2 weeks in?
What? Well, I did 3 weeks.
Hold on, what was it? Was it your dry January?
I was about 2.5, 3 weeks.
You did dry weekend.
No.
One dry weekend.
No, don't give me that. It was about 2 or 3 weeks, and I saw an old friend.
Well, it was the second weekend.
I would have got away with it, but there wasn't photo evidence. That's what gave it away. There was a tagged photo, and it was me with like.
Yeah. So you would have lied.
No.
So if there wasn't a picture, you'd be like,
I would have
totally...
broke it to the group. I just didn't want it to be that soon. And how you found out? That was the.
Well, yeah.
I was going to come clean.
You came clean. No, I respect you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
is this an AA meeting or what?
Who else was doing it with you? Was it a group effort, or did you kind of just champed it out yourself?
Yeah,
kind of. Yeah.
Me, Gareth, and Alex. Yeah, we were going to do like a before and after.
And we also had like things planned out.
To be fair, I was also doing it with Leia as well. She was kind of annoyed I drank last weekend. She's actually completed it of today.
Oh, nice.
So well done.
Someone
January.
did.
Oh,
yeah, someone did.
Yeah.
Man, I like freelancer life is just not. You just don't track days. I rely on the calendar so much.
January's been a long January though.
Do you want to introduce yourself again? Because you've been on before, haven't you? But
oh yeah, am I the first return?
Your name's Lee Dobson.
Oh, you got it right this time. You need to do like a little throwback.
The Doctor in the house.
It's also Sneaky Lee.
Sneaky Lee,
yeah,
featured many times.
So I think you had one request for this podcast, wasn't it? And we didn't talk about masturbation.
Well, no, we did.
So
we did talk. That's the thing.
We did. You didn't want to this time, though, did you?
I was trying to have a clean one. And
yeah.
also, I wasn't filmed.
But have you been masturbating much recently?
Standard levels.
Well,
it's dry January. I had to do something for the first stuff.
Yeah,
what did you do?
Absolutely. Did you find yourself masturbating more to take your mind off of dried January?
No, it's Fuck's sake, why are we back here? No, it's.
I mean, it could be a genuine question for people that are interested.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's also.
I think it's important to talk about this sort of thing.
I mean, I was going to do Fat February.
What's your preparation?
I'm actually currently
Candles?
Oh God, no, never mind. Did you
Hold
say
on,
Fat
no,
February?
you can't stop. You
Yeah,
can't
the
stop
no
that.
Fat February.
No fat.
Me and Alex are not masturbating for the whole of February.
I mean, it's
Mm.
kind of cheating if you haven't got a partner. But for me, I'm like, well, it's all I've got.
It's true. You could do a fleshlight only, Jen.
Like
February.
Valentine's Day is coming. It's a very lonely day.
Oh yeah, Valentine's
Yeah.
Day.
Oh yeah. Get planning.
Valentine's is a weird one because I think more people are celebrating it kind of the week before or the week after,
Yeah.
just because of that like super inflation of like prices if you want to go out or anything.
Also, it's on a Thursday, so when do you
We're still.
do you celebrate on that?
Do you do
that
something
weekend,
small? Do you
or the
do
weekend
something small
before,
now?
or
No, well, when I was working in pubs, we had a really cheap Valentine's Day, and I remember one story where someone phoned up, was like, "Yeah, I did have a booking for tonight, but I need to cancel that because I just broke up with my girlfriend
Oh,
on
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's." Where it means like,
Oh.
"What, you're taking me to a £30 for 3-course meal?" Like that's with both people.
saves
That's not bad.
saves,
Yeah,
saves me a
money.
few quid. Yeah,
Maybe
better than the day
maybe
after.
she didn't appreciate that,
What if
or
you
the
did
fact
a-
it was called the cock in, and she took it completely the wrong way.
I only heard that this week. The pub you grew up in was called the Cock Inn.
Yeah, I keep it
Did-
quiet.
I like how there was a
people
meme
used
for a
to-
little while.
Used to shag out in the car park as well.
Yeah, I used to say my room.
So tell us about your childhood, Lee.
So my bedroom in the pub was at the back, and there was like a an overflow carpet. They called it. It was right around the back, tucked away. 1-2 in the morning, you see a car, they'll pull in.
So dogging.
Not
So
or
dogging
just
spot.
fuck in or whatever. Yeah.
Oh right, so it wasn't customers that had just met and were just
Oh, no,
taken by,
that was
by,
a
the,
great
by the
deal.
spur
You
of the
see
moment.
to the back.
people having affairs there because they'll come in 2 different cars. They'll come in. They'll be all over each other in the pub. They'll leave. They're all over each other outside and then go in separate cars and drive.
12-year-old Lee with his binoculars.
This is my time to shine.
Time to shine.
Right.
No. But yeah, living in a pub called the Cock Inn. Also at school was quite interesting.
Did you bring anyone over?
Okay.
Like, did you bring any girls to the pub?
No,
You didn't bring any girls to the Cock Inn?
no, it's just a cock out, isn't it? Fuck's sake. No, I never. No, I never really had anyone over. Even like you guys. Like,
No, I think we were kind of when we became friends. It was kind of that phasing out.
it was the tail end. of
Yeah, it was a tail end of
Yeah.
the cooking.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that meme that was going around? They were like, if you Google this name, it was like this person had this, and then the place they lived was called the Cock Inn.
There's like there's a weird address. A pair of it always goes around on Facebook like once a year, and I get tagged in it like, oh, that's you. It's like, no, it's not mine.
Oh, is it not? Oh,
No,
my
but
dreams are shattered.
no, but people used to piss around with it as well. Like, you used to order stuff, and I remember one time I phoned up for one thing, and it's like, oh, can you give me your address? I was like, yeah, Lee Dobson, Cock Inn, blah 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 blah. And then I got a letter come through. It was like, Lee Dobson, the Cock King.
The Cock King.
I was like, people just piss around with it. Like, they just go to town with it. But yeah, it was an interesting
New
childhood.
nickname.
No, we can leave that back in 2012.
It's
That
an
can
old
stay
nickname.
there. Yeah, that can stay.
Did people actually refer to you as the Cock King?
No,
No.
no,
They missed a trick.
yeah.
How was it like?
Yeah.
How was it like
Yeah.
spending your childhood in a pub? Because that sounds. pretty
Yeah,
good
so I
fun.
never, until like literally 3 years ago, the first time I lived in the house, I've lived in pubs for like 22, 23 years. It's different upbringing, noisy. Obviously, you'd see a lot of alcohol consumed.
Did you
It put me off alcohol for a bit, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't start drinking
So
probably until I was actually
The question
20.
is,
Yeah, there's
how many fudge cakes did you destroy?
Oh, it was like one a day. Like one a day. Like, you ate out of that pub
Yeah.
every day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
To be fair, having worked in plenty of bars, there's nothing more insufferable than being around drunk people when you're sober. They're awful, aren't they? But yeah, and if you work behind a bar and you drink as well, then it's great fun.
Yeah,
Just join them.
That was good, yeah.
It's the only way.
New Year's Eve were very interesting. And I get too drunk and then you don't know what you're putting
What if
through.
you're
Oh, New Year's
if you're
Eve,
under
yes.
18?
Oh.
Did your parents be cool with you like having a shandy or two? You know,
Well, as I said, because I don't know why I was put off drinking from growing up in pubs because I saw like the bad side, a lot of bad side, like people just there all night getting carried out. So that's not for me. And then it wasn't until I really got out of the pub trade I was like, actually, this can be fun.
Did you see a lot of violence?
Some of the pubs were pretty rough when I was younger.
Mm.
And there was like drugs and people fighting with pool cues and
You're pretty bold.
It's miles away.
It's miles
You're
away.
doing a granddad.
I keep keeping it like kind of naval height.
We guests come up. We use the double fister as the general.
Give us a little demo. Let me hold that for you. That's the treasure.
So, that's how you gauge.
Okay, we gauge it from a double fit.
Gauge. Yeah. All right. You're good.
We're good. Okay.
Or we could say around sternum level, but no, actually, it's normally the stand.
Lower rib cage.
Lower rib cage. Yeah.
to work out through all the fat. Like, where is that rib?
Do I have ribs anymore?
Baby back ribs.
I watched that the other day. Austin Powers. It's on Netflix again.
Baby back.
That is a funny movie.
Funny movie.
What are you digging on right now? Movies, TV shows, Netflix.
I don't watch.
Chilling.
As you know, I don't watch much at all.
I have been having a pretty hardcore Disney binge.
Oh,
Have you?
God.
I was getting worried there.
Love a Disney.
It was getting explicit. Was it?
Yeah. Oh, it was.
Hardcore Disney. Well,
Sunday, me and Leia watched 101 Dalmatians.
Classic.
And
Which
watched
one?
that in
First
years.
one.
Yeah, the cartoon. Far superior than the other one. It was.
Did you sing
it was
along?
rather excellent.
was you singing along to?
Got halfway through Lady and the Tramp, but I needed
Yeah.
to sleep.
What was my thing? I like the classic Disneys.
I like the old. I used to love Mary Poppins as a show. That was my go-to for a
What's
while.
your favourite Disney?
Favorite Disney?
Lion King.
Oh man,
Throwing it
that's
out
a
there.
strong one. That's a hard one. I'm trying to remember the films.
Was Toy Story technically Disney? Because it was Pixar.
No, it's Pixar.
Is that not owned by Disney? Am I wrong?
It's not really a cartoon though, is it? It was like an.
Animation.
I'm talking about the
Animation.
original cartoon.
I like the old
Disney's.
like Mickey Mouse, kind of like. What about Bugs Bunny? Is that Disney?
Nah, that's Warner Bros.
No.
Ah, shit, they're all combined.
Right, this is
Should we just
an
say
epic fail.
Childhood cartoons.
Yeah. No.
No. Stern no from
What's your
Kurt.
favourite film altogether? Mine's Shawshank Redemption.
Oh man, I tell you what, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
That's
that's
strong.
probably
Still
my
not,
second.
still not saying Lord of the Rings.
Get out.
I
Get
had this-
out of your
yeah.
own flat.
You're out. You're evicted.
Yeah. You're out.
We're filming this inside Lee's flat because it's basically -3 degrees.
Yeah, thanks
outside.
thanks for not having me
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
yeah.
You know, we
You're
do like
welcome.
filming in the cold, but I thought maybe it's a bit too cold.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. When it gets minus, it does, and snow
Yeah.
does reach a point.
I woke
that
up
would
and
be
was
quite funny to do one in the snow.
I'll be sick
Yeah.
if it's not windy.
Yes.
Not windy.
All true things.
Matt, also going back to films, No Country for Old Men. Powerful.
So I
Joaquin
just,
Phoenix.
I just love Wolf of Wall
That's what
Street.
means, that was.
Yeah, that is a hilarious film.
It's a long film, but that's the one film I can just keep rewatching.
Yeah, yeah.
What's
It's
that,
one of
Wolf of
those
Wall
films
Street?
I can just yeah.
Although last
it's one
time
I could just keep watching.
Last time I watched was around Jaws, and that was interesting when your aunt came in.
Oh, yeah.
We'll leave that.
Shout out to Mad
Oh,
Auntie
I remember
Sue.
that. No, hold on. Wasn't we watching that lesbian film?
Oh yeah, no, we were watching we went on Netflix and we were watching
that's
a
when-
film
that's
under
when
the
your mum came
under
in the window.
lesbian. Oh yeah.
No, it was your aunt.
Oh, yeah, no, that
that
was a Wolf of Wall Street.
Was it?
Yeah, and they were like in the limo getting it off.
Oh,
We were all
okay.
just sort of quietly watching it, and then Sue just burst in after a night out with the girls and just lifted her top up,
I don't
and
think
we
you
all
realised.
we all just sat there like, "Hi, Sue."
I don't think you realised how many people you had round.
No,
She just
no.
stormed in with.
She thought it was just you and your mate, and there was like 10 of us.
Yeah, there was literally like 10 of us. It was a cinema.
We haven't had a movie night for a
I
while. Kurt.
remember. Oh yeah, I enjoyed our
We
cinema
got to do
nights.
another movie night.
Yeah, it's
We
been a
got to
while.
see. Was it Queen Latifah?
Queen Latifah. Yeah.
Your couch.
She's moved though.
Yeah.
I remember last time she's moved position.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she can move back.
Oh, that's alright then.
But yeah, I
Give her a
opened
wipe.
up more space.
Give her a wipe.
Yeah, she was filthy when I moved her. Dust collected underneath.
Little. Ooh.
Yeah,
You saved yourself there. That's fine.
good.
Yeah, definitely need another film night. I'm missing.
Mm.
Missing a film night.
Absolutely.
Not a Disney one. I know you're into Disney right now, but I think we can leave that one.
Oh man, I like dramas, thrillers. That's definitely coming back. Something that puts you a little bit on the edge.
That film we watched the other week, the climbing one.
God, that was so good. Free Solo.
Free
I wanna
Solo.
watch it
Oh,
again
you're
at the cinema.
Yosemite climber, right?
Yeah. It's an amazing film.
Yeah, so good.
Didn't
Yeah.
that dude go on? He went on Joe Rogan, didn't he?
He's on Joe Rogan, yeah. And he's,
Oh, was he on Joe Rogan?
yeah.
Oh, I think I remember that one now. That was quite a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a year and a bit.
Yeah, it was a really good movie though. But yeah, he's a free soloist who does rock climb without rope. But yeah, it was really well filmed. It's funny though because I sent the after we watched it because it was the dry January weekend, so we went for a night out in London without drinking.
Yeah. We tried to go to a comedy show, but it was full.
Went for a steak meal and had mineral water. And
Oh.
then I had octopus for dessert.
I had no dessert because I was cutting sugar.
Yeah, and
That's a hard one.
then we
That's
tried.
a hard one for
That's
me.
a hard- I respect that.
Yeah.
Tried to go to it. How's that going, by the way?
Yeah, we'll skip that.
Oh,
We tried to go to a comedy club.
The core of Viv is like my brother. He's so funny. He was like, "I'm making coffee." He's like, "Don't put any sugar in the coffee because I'm cutting sugar out." Next thing he does is grabs like 3 biscuits, like chocolate digestives. I'm like, "Mate, I thought you were cutting sugar out."
Yeah, just
And now
drink one step
I
at a
just rip
time.
him on that all the time now. I'm like, oh, "Is that got sugar in it?"
Yeah.
Cheeky
No, I did cut
bastard.
sugar, but it was a weird experience. I had my dreams,
Hallucinations.
fucked up
Crazy
dreams, and yeah,
Did you realise how addictive it is, though?
yeah. Well, they do say it's more addictive than cocaine.
You know, I was talking to someone about this the other day. They were talking. Oh, I was filming this gig the other day. They were talking about tobacco and how like tobacco companies will pay marketing to either say it's good or like to not show the bad side of it. But
Right.
what they didn't know is that they also did that with the sugar companies. The sugar companies would pay a lot of money to promote how good sugar is and all that stuff. So like it's so embedded into our society.
The sugar lobby. Yeah, it's huge. But in the 60s, they bribed a group of scientists to falsify data, saying that fat was causing heart disease rather than sugar. It sounds like a conspiracy theory, but if you look it up, it is
Legit.
Yeah, it is a legit fact, and it's carried on to this day. The demonisation of fats rather than sugar.
Yeah.
Which
Because you
came
think
from-
like you look at like the French diet where they have loads of butter and they have like fat steaks, but everyone is like healthy. No one's really that bad. It's just because they just don't have as much sugar.
Yeah, fat's been unfairly maligned.
Avocado, we love you.
Yeah, fatty's friend.
Just think about sugar now. Thanks.
Oh yeah.
No,
What's your favourite?
I'm
Favourite
just. I'm
dessert?
just.
We're doing a lot of
right,
favourites
so-
this evening, aren't we?
Yeah, a lot of
Chocolate
favourites.
fudge is your favourite.
Well,
you destroy those.
They rip me because they say like you eat dinner really slow, or just not. But when your dessert comes out,
Man, it's like a beast.
Just inhale it.
Beast.
It's gone.
Have you seen Lee eat? Like we have like let's say you get a roast dinner, he'll be the last one to finish, but you get a slice of cake, bam, 2 bites.
Yeah. I mean, people say eat like a pig. Really, more. You want to be more like a duck, don't you? Just like don't really just 2 quick bites and swallow.
it's like
Is that how dogs eat?
Limited mastication.
I believe you on that one.
yeah. Sure, it's mastication. Or?
I mean, yeah. Anyway, I'm a big fan of a chocolate brownie.
Oh, I love-
if you're asking.
Yeah, I mean,
I know you weren't.
even today's lunch was a brownie with cookie dough on top. That was amazing.
Hold on, did you say you were cutting sugar out?
Yeah, no, I tried and I failed.
Oh, right.
So
Um,
Sorry, I'm
how
wrapping my
long
head
did you
around
cut
that.
the sugar out for?
It was a good 3 weeks.
I thought it was 3 hours.
Yeah,
You got that far in? And
yeah. I went to a meal, and it was a bit rude if I didn't, like family meal.
What if you
And
didn't have
then-
a dessert?
Well, no, because it was like a home,
Oh right.
like it wasn't out. And they
Yeah.
made the dessert and they gave it to me. I was like,
Yeah, that's how they get you.
and I was like,
Is that how you feel like if
That's
you're
the
like
hard
vegan
ones.
and you go to like a house, like someone's house for dinner and they just make something, you're like, sorry, I can't have any of that.
I just feel really bad. It was like, yes,
That's
no.
always the hard thing. Yeah, it's like kind of alcohol when I've done it before, but then you still want to go out and be social. It's like, yeah,
Oh, you're
just
applying-
saying no all the time is the hardest bit.
I think like because when we go out, I just get like a lime and soda or something. But I think that's because we're embedded in that friendship group. There's no judgment apart from Bill, who'd be like, "Why are you getting a lime and soda?"
Were you
Yeah.
busy?
Okay, Guinness.
Yeah.
But that's
I
kind of how I
suppose
work.
you don't really like drinking that much, do you? So it's not like
Nah,
you're not like using willpower to make that happen. You just don't fancy one.
No, I'll have like a gin and tonic, something easy. Like if I want to get drunk, I'll have like spirits. But like if I drink a lot of beer or ales or anything, I'm just like, ugh. I just feel rough.
I'm more of a
Whereas, like, gin
spirit
is, like,
drinker.
spirit's a bit more clean, so it's like you feel good.
Yeah.
Gin is good people.
Just the worst hangover the next day every time I have gin.
Really?
Do you-
I don't really get.
I get the
hangover with gin.
worst headache.
Is that from cheap gin though? Because I hear that about like whiskies
No.
and stuff.
I don't know what gin I have. It's just when I'm out. Whatever gin they give me when I'm in a bar. It's usually Gordon's is the,
Oh, that's
that's
the
the
worst.
house.
That'll fuck you up.
I mean, at the moment I can see the bottle of Gordon's staring at me right over there. So
Got 2 bottles of Gordon. No, that's one.
one's a little one. It's actually really nice.
Mate, I've heard Lidl and Aldi kicking ass. on
Mate,
their
some of their
spirits,
alcohol is
especially wine.
actually really good. Really good quality. I'm surprised.
I heard if it's got like, who told me? There's a friend of mine told me that if it's prosecco and it's got like natural organic or something on it, it's actually a very good prosecco.
I'm not a
There you
fan of
go.
Prosecco.
What?
So you know prosecco
Has
bottles.
natural organic on it?
Yeah, there's one that have a label like if you're buying water and it says like natural spring water, then it's okay. It's not. It's like actually from the mountains. It's not from the tap. Whereas there's prosecco that has like organic something. It has the word organic on it. Then apparently that's like legit prosecco.
I think. Do you want to know one of my pet peeves?
Go on in. What grinds your gears?
Do you want to know one of
What
my
grinds
pet
your,
peeves?
what really grinds your gears,
What grinds
Kirk?
my gears?
What grinds your gears?
The alcohol doesn't have to have.
It is dry January.
Yeah, need some more Red Bush. The alcohol doesn't have to have ingredients labels on it. I mean,
What do you mean?
it is a food stuff, but it doesn't have to. Legally, it doesn't have to put the ingredients on the bottle.
Or just say alcohol.
Well, it says wine, but you don't know what's in it. You don't know what additives are in it. Could be anything, but they don't have to. Like any other food stuff, you have to have the ingredients. You look at the back and go, oh, it's full of shit.
Why was
So you could
that?
have like a really posh looking wine, but it's got loads of additives and crap in it, and you wouldn't know. They only put the ingredients on if they're bragging that it's pure.
Oh, right.
Right.
So get the ones that have the ingredients,
Yeah.
basically, then.
Otherwise everyone's
and
just
I
full
think
of
like,
shit.
people have tried to put ingredients labels on before, but again, like the alcohol, what do we call it? Yeah, the lobbyists just sort of have too much political
Man,
clout.
all this stuff, like, makes you realise how corrupt, like, everything food-wise is. You just got to have, like, if it's natural, that's good. If it's not, avoid it.
Yeah,
Well, it's a
if
good
it-
marketing tactic now. If it's vegan or this or that, like companies are making bank.
Yeah, but,
now,
like,
'cause it's a
vegan
trend.
stuff is supposed to be cheap. Why is everything so expensive?
Like,
'Cause it's a trend.
Just stay out the middle aisles. Just have
Like, you want, like...
just have stuff that goes off quickly. Just have meat and veg. Happy days.
Love meat.
I know you do.
Yeah.
No, I too love meat.
I guess never get off meat. No, I can never be veggie or.
The thing is, like, you go to, like, Mediterranean countries, most of the diet is vegetables. So it's actually very easy to not have any meat in your diet. It's like a little side dish. Like, if you want a bit of lamb or something, you can have that.
Yeah.
But most of it's all vegetables. It's only really British culture, like Western culture, that's so meat heavy.
Yeah.
So it's actually quite funny.
I don't need meat every meal. There's like sometimes I just don't have to. But some people will have meat for every single part of their.
You did a
Yeah.
whole meat diet for like a month and a bit, didn't you? Carnivore diet? How'd that
Yeah.
go?
Yeah, it was alright. Yeah. It's carnivore diet. Yeah, I ate nothing but meat for a whole month. Yeah, it was alright. I felt pretty good. It took a little while to get into it. Your sort of body to adapt. The only thing is, I think it would have been good if I could afford to have steaks every meal, but I tried to do it. Yeah, I tried to do it more cheaply and have the cheaper cuts and slow cook them. But I realised I don't. Some people don't seem to, from my research, tolerate like rendered fat very well, like the melted animal fat, and I just couldn't digest it very well.
No.
So, but yeah, so it sort of didn't really work that well in the end because I was trying to have mince and things. But no, on the days where I did just have steak, I felt amazing. And the other reason why I was doing the experiment was a lot of other people that have tried it reported that they had massive like jumps in strength after a
superheroes.
month or so. Well, yeah, and even people have been strength training for for years. You don't see jumps like that. All of a sudden, they were just having massive jumps in strength, which is really strange. So I thought, I'll test that. But yeah, after a month, like, it was weird. It did happen. I just had like a massive strength increase.
Start benching 350.
Yeah, it was really odd.
So does it mean like red meat you're eating, or is it white, like chicken as well?
The poultry.
Like red meat is the base.
Yeah.
So yeah, sort of beef and lamb. But yeah, I'd have fish.
I always thought like a lot of red
chicken.
meat was bad. Is that wrong?
Yeah.
Well, they say in the news. Don't agree. Okay.
So is bad or isn't bad? Too much red meat.
No. I think a lot of it again. It comes from. I think a lot of it came from really bad studies using like meta-analysis from. Like it's really difficult with. Nutrition's so difficult thing to study because it's hard to get rid of all the variables.
Right.
But you can take data from a big group and say, people that ate red meat daily had more instances of heart disease, but they weren't controlling any other factors of the diet. So were those people having red meat in a burger bun washed down with a Coke and an ice cream?
It's not my diet.
There was no. But yeah, eating red meat with vegetables is not
So
unhealthy.
You're now back to a normal diet.
Yeah, it's an ancestral diet.
And how's that being back on the norm?
I eat sort of ketogenic diet now during the week.
With keto, don't you have to stick with it? Like you can't,
Because it's a state you have to be in.
ketosis.
Well, yeah, sort of. There's a. Right, I'll go into it.
Go on then, get ready.
Get settled.
Yeah, well, no, it's just there's an initial phase where you're. I don't know how much to go into it, but yeah, okay.
Give us like the basics,
Top level.
the top, yeah.
Yeah, so ketogenic diet is basically you restrict your carbohydrate intake enough, and you have to eat enough fats to compensate. So it's high fat, moderate protein, low carbohydrate, and then your body, because doesn't have enough carbohydrate, it will switch to using fat as its primary fuel source, and the liver converts that fat into a water soluble form of fat called ketones, and those ketone bodies are used for fuel by your brain and body after that. That's what it's called.
But it takes
and then and in that state you are referred to as like you're in ketosis.
Yeah.
It's a state of ketosis.
And what's the prep to get into that? Because I know it takes a bit of time. So, kind of where that question derived from was, if you're jumping in and out of doing like ketogenic diet, is that effective at all?
It is once you've, because that's the thing. Most people in a Western culture, I mean, I think our bodies. Most people in Western culture have just been completely trained their bodies to be completely carbohydrate dependent, just carbohydrate adapted since we were young. Like you always have lots of carbohydrate with every meal. You're very rarely in a sort of ketogenic or a fasted state. So it's like your body almost forgets how to do it, but the mechanisms are under there. So there's an initial, preferably 6 weeks where you need to do it very strictly. And often the first week or two are really difficult because you don't have much mental clarity because your brain's used to having carbohydrates as fuel, and it hasn't worked out to upregulate the ketones enough and use them as fuel. So there's a sort of couple of weeks adjustment period where sometimes referred to as like keto flu, where you feel you don't have much energy and but then all of a sudden you sort of
talking about that.
Yeah, there's a moment where you sort of come online and you feel I felt much better. I feel clearer head. I don't have as much energy swings. Before and after meals, I feel better in the mornings. Like
people say
it's been a big impact. But after your body's fully adapted to it after 6 weeks or so, then your body remembers how to do it, and you can switch in and out of those, in and out of ketosis like fairly quickly. Yeah, so sort of metabolic flexibility is the name of the game, really.
Yeah.
So you can choose to be in any different state you fancy.
Ooh. People say you've had similar results with like intermittent fasting. That sort of stuff, that you get similar kind of good energy, you don't feel those cravings, those insulin spikes. Is it insulin spikes?
That's right, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I sort of do that now. I've stopped having breakfast and have lunch. Well, that's the other thing about ketosis. It makes, when you want to fast, it's a lot easier, because when you're carbohydrate dependent and you run out of the carbohydrate in your stomach, and then your brain is used to running on glucose, it runs out of the glucose as fuel. So it sort of panics, and that's when you get that real hunger, like, oh god, I've got to eat something, and your brain doesn't work properly, and you go, oh, I need some sugar. But when it's fat adapted, and you run out of food in your stomach, or if it's non-fat in your stomach, then it will switch over to using your stored body fat, which gets converted. But then that gets converted to the same fuel that it's used to running on. So you don't have that. Your brain doesn't send out those panic hunger signals.
Yeah,
so
it's just a different fuel source.
Yeah, so you can. It's much easier to fast for a prolonged period, and you just don't. Yeah, you just don't feel as hungry.
Banging.
Yeah,
I love it.
So you're going to keep switching in and out of it?
Yeah, I do really.
Do you want a drink? You're right.
Do you want another Red Bush?
Do you want another Red Bush? I would love another Red Bush. But yeah, I do. Generally, I stay in ketosis all weekdays.
Oh, okay.
And then at the weekend, I just enjoy myself.
That's a pretty good way to do it then.
Get lashed.
Yeah, have a beer at the weekend. No harm done. But yeah, there are different ways to, which is quite handy actually. Yeah, it's sort of, yeah, it's quite a good way of doing it.
Imagine during the week or when you're out working to be in like the ketogenic state, where it must be quite hard. If like for example, if I tried to do it, because I'm always out and about in meetings, whatever, or just through work and whatnot, to try and find something while I'm out would be quite hard.
Yeah, it was difficult because I did do it strictly for. I can't remember how long I did it for. It was probably at least
You wanted to do it.
months.
You wanted to do it for quite a while, and maybe the other thing you was trying to do was it fasting for ages as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I did the ketogenic strictly for a month, and then I did carnivore, and then I did it strictly for another month.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done lots of fasting as well. 3 days was the longest.
Yeah, I remember you was like, you just got to almost the last day, and you just,
Yeah, I was aiming for 5 days.
I was
though,
at 5.
So it was kind of a fail, but then I did also fast for 3 days.
That's
so.
pretty banging. Like
So,
I
yeah.
can't even get to 11 a.m. until I'm like, give me some
Yeah,
food now.
But that's a little before I like adapted my body to using fats. I couldn't have even fasted past breakfast.
Yeah,
Like just the hunger was just too. It just like that crushing just grabs you like, oh, I gotta eat
it's
something.
really distracting as well.
Yeah.
Really distracting.
But that goes away.
How was it
It's
going
still
to,
difficult because you just miss. I just love food. I just miss the mouth pleasure. I just like want something in my mouth. Oh. But I didn't actually need.
Can you
to
just
eat.
do a gif of that when you?
How's it trying to get to sleep as well when you're hungry?
Yeah, that was actually one of the biggest. Yeah, that was one of the hardest things about it actually. After a couple of days, I've listened to other people who have done prolonged fasts, and so that's a tricky part about it. But I think it almost feels like your body's saying, look, you're like hungry here. Like, don't go to sleep. You need to be out foraging, looking for food. This isn't sleep time. So it wasn't really, yeah. But yeah, it's a different sort of hunger. Comes in waves as well. You'll get a little bit of, oh, I'm hungry, and then if you just leave it for a bit, it goes. You're like, oh.
I guess if you keep yourself busy,
anymore.
that'll help a lot.
Yeah.
I try and drink like water is a great way, or
It was
coffee or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and it was fine. It's being around food that made it hard. It's like if you could shut yourself away and just not have any food, it would have been fine. But if I'd like walk upstairs and someone's cooking bacon, I'm just like, oh my god. And that was
cooking
what.
bacon?
Yeah, after because I went out with you guys down Lee, didn't I? And you were ordering food down the pizza.
That was
Yeah,
torture.
I don't know why. It's like we're gonna order food. Like, I'll come.
I
that was
just
during the
sitting there
World
all
Cup.
night just going, oh,
During the World
God,
Cup, that was
I
it.
should not have come out.
Yeah.
But then the next day, I was just like, my willpower's gone. I need to.
And you did that as well when you were.
So
an
Lee
omelette.
ruined the fast for you.
I was
No, all Lee's fault.
You did that as well when we went out drinking once. You're like, oh, I'm not drinking because I'm doing something.
Yeah, did I?
We went in Chelmsford, and then next
Yeah.
minute I saw you with a drink. Like, oh, that lasted long.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tricky on my challenges. They don't always come off.
It's good that you do it though,
Well,
because you
I
kind of
try.
test your discipline, and you just keep making it stronger and stronger.
Keep pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't know. Well, like I say, like if you aim for 5 days, but I didn't make it, but I did 3. But
Still
if I
free.
didn't try any, I would have
If you
fasted
did,
for none.
do you think if you tried it for 3 days, you would have maybe even given up before?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's better to.
Try for 2 weeks. Ooh.
Yeah.
So what's the next challenge?
God. Well, I'm doing no fat feb currently.
No fat feb.
Fap.
Oh, fap.
Yeah.
Because there's no fat feb. I was like, it's interesting. Yeah, no fat.
Yeah. No caffeine.
What for feb as well?
Yeah, just sort of this month and
Okay.
just going forward. Really, I feel much better without lots of caffeine in me.
I don't get any effects from
I've got too
caffeine.
an addictive personality. I end up having like 12 a day. I'm just jittery.
I think that's my second one today, but I'm starting to get to that point now where if I don't have one in the morning, I can tell.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to get to that stage. I'm
The thing
like,
is though, I think I sort of kid myself. It helps me concentrate. But I think it just gives me ADHD.
it's probably a
I'm just
placebo
like-
as well, though.
Yeah, I just like can't focus on anything. I'm just like,
Just buzzing, get me out, get to the gym, whatever.
yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm addicted to coffee. I really enjoy it. I don't have any I can have very strong coffee before I go to bed and sleep like a baby. So it doesn't. The
Your
caffeine-
coffee is insane.
Yeah,
I've had one of yours late and come back. I've not slept for
Yeah,
hours.
we've got some strong stuff, but it doesn't affect me. But I do
I've heard
like
that-
to wake up in the morning and just like something warm. It could be it could be the same as with green tea. Just like on a cold morning, and you have like a nice hot beverage. It's like, oh, it's nice. It gets you through the morning.
I think, yeah. I mean, I've heard that genetically there are like hyper responders, normal, like low responders. You might be a low responder to caffeine.
Yeah, I wish I was a high responder. I tell you what, I'd save so much money on coffee. Have 1 cup of coffee a day, and I'm like, sorted.
It used to be like that for me. I used to love it. I was like, oh, I need one. It gets me through the day. Now I'm like 3, 4.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? You end up needing one extra every day to get the same.
Or you get like
So-
if you're out, I'll get a large one now. I don't have a regular one.
Because that's what's got me when I've quit. Because I've quit caffeine a few times. I've always felt better. But what gets me you become really sensitive to the caffeine, and I realise. And if you're, because I don't really find it when you're not used to having loads of caffeine, but when you've you completely sensitive to it, you've not had any, and you have some, it's like a massive performance enhancer when you go into the gym.
Yeah.
Like you have the best workout of your life.
Do you ever do?
And then you're like, oh, I'll do that again. And then all of a sudden you find yourself starting drinking them every day.
Do you ever used to do like pre-workout stuff as well?
Yeah, some of that's. I
I
mean,
remember
fucks
doing
you
that
up.
years
Yeah.
ago. I remember doing. It used to be like the grenade pills or something. Do you remember
Those
those?
ones,
Yeah,
You
I
have
used
it
to have-
before, and then you just feel great, and then afterwards you're like, oh, why
Yeah.
my life?
There's one
we
where I
used to have
had.
Muscle Farm.
Oh, I don't know where I got. I think
Like,
that-
all that
yeah,
workout
that was
shit
so-
is just all money makers. I think
Mm,
if you want to do it, I think protein powder is probably the most I'd ever.
protein. But I used to do like, I used to do protein quite a lot, and then
I've been to gym ages, so
on and off.
I'm better.
But yeah, I used to do pre-workout. But I remember once I took it, and then something actually come up, and so I was prolonged actually getting to the gym. I get really itchy, fucking driving to the gym, just shaking. It's like, this ain't good for you. If he's doing that to you, it's like, it can't be good.
Mm-hmm.
And I get back, and you just have like the worst crash.
Yeah, that's the thing. The crash, isn't it?
You get back like, oh, foggy brain.
Well, that's the thing about caffeine as well. Because you think you use caffeine to wake you up in the morning, but actually, when I don't drink it for a long while, I feel much better in the mornings. But I think you feel worse in the morning when you drink it because you're waking up on an 8-hour caffeine come down.
Mm.
Whereas if you don't have it in your system, you just have a restful night's sleep.
Hence your red bush.
Hence my red bush.
So what's in the red bush? What's in it?
What's the difference? What
Get the box out. What's going on?
what's so good about Red Bush?
What's so good about it?
You really want me to go and get the box?
No, I don't.
I mean, is there anything?
It's
more
all the way over
boring? Is
there.
there anything more boring?
I don't think, yeah. Especially if you just
It
listening
just
to
tastes
this.
quite nice, and it doesn't have any
Flavours.
caffeine in it.
Mm.
And you can say Red Bush.
Yeah, it's quite a nice roll off the tongue. Red
Yeah.
Bush.
Red Bush.
Red Bush.
Red Bush. Oh, good God.
Oh god, here we go. No, don't want to get down that dark corner of Red Bushes. And
I want AK to strike again.
I think I have multiple times, haven't I?
no,
Yeah.
It's this whole, because obviously I've been from one of the first podcasts. I've seen
Yeah.
you evolve
Yeah.
to a much better talker. How are you finding it?
Evolved from
Evolving
yeah,
from AK to
from a
Just
Charmeleon to a Charizard.
you're breathing fire now.
Maybe not quite
do you know what I
Charizard
do?
yet.
That was the Red Bush.
What's the intermediary between? It's Charmander, isn't it?
Oh
No,
god.
no. What is it?
I don't know. Never followed any of that stuff.
Wait, you never follow Pokemon?
No.
What?
Never bothered.
Get out.
Get out of my flat. Get out of my
You
flat.
can get out and all.
I like Top
I'm the only
Trumps.
one left.
I remember when Top Trumps was out, and you get the cards, and it's like, who's got
Yeah,
it?
they were good,
The
but there were no
stats.
Pokemon, son.
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Get with the game.
What about? Did you play Beyblade? Did you have that?
No, I remember just playing marbles on like
Marbles?
grated on the primary school. You used to have like the manhole covers and stuff, right? And we used to get the marbles. You get them like in a factory shop. You get a big bag for £1, and if you had the big marble, you had to hit it twice. If you ever like the normal ones, you have to hit it once. That's what we did. I had like an hour at school. Just like look, street kids, just like who can hit the
Like playing
marble?
Tiddlywinks.
Is that what it's called?
No, remember? Oh no, don't worry.
I have no idea. That's what I used to do basically. And Top Trumps.
I used to love playing runouts as a kid.
What's that?
I think it was my favourite part of childhood.
What's runouts?
Runouts, manhunt.
Manhunt, Bulldog. We used to call it
We
Bulldog.
used to play Bulldog.
Yeah,
a lot.
but
They banned it at my school.
Bulldog wasn't Bulldog between two.
It was like two ends, and you have to like.
Whereas
Yeah, you got people. You got like it's basically like you have like 5 or whatever people defending, and you got to run, and they've got to take you out.
yeah, so fun. But then runouts or manhunt was where you have a base and you have two teams.
I
And one
can't.
team has to
Yeah.
defend the base, and you have to get back and touch it. But
why
but
don't
then
we
you
still
can
do
play
that?
that in you can play that in woods and fields and
I remember
just
we
like
also
anywhere.
my primary
So much
school.
fun.
You just put a kid under the basketball hoop, and you just throw the basketball and see if it just plonks the head.
How many times were you the kid?
You put a kid.
Put a kid.
Yeah.
Maybe once, twice. Didn't like it.
I remember once playing a game of Bulldog, and then there was at that time where like when people used to go behind you and like lay down and then push you. Do you remember that?
yeah.
Yes.
And someone
I felt foul to
man,
a few
I did
of
that.
those.
So some people did it to me so many times.
Yeah.
There was a one time I was playing Bulldog, and that happened to me, and I swear it fucked my back up. I literally couldn't move, and I was like, "Fuck!"
They
And
do it
then-
on concrete.
It was on concrete, yeah,
It's very irresponsible.
yeah. It was rough, man. That was
Did
like, I
your-
remember that day clearly.
School
Oh.
used to give you like the sponge footballs as well.
No, we had like hard leather.
We used to have rock fights.
Wow. What school did you go to?
Deans.
Heard about
Yeah.
it.
Explains it.
And knife fights.
Yeah, we just used to get into just two teams on the football courts, and then just throw like what sort of stones.
We had acorn.
About
We had a load of
yay big.
acorn trees. We used to throw acorns about all the time.
It was
Oh,
pretty- it was
dude,
pretty
remember
much
playing
first-
conkers?
Yeah,
That was the shit. That was like you tie a little bit of rope around it and just smack it in the other one.
but if you put them in the oven or something, you can cheat. You can. Like,
I heard
Yeah,
it
I
was
remember
vinegar.
is it vinegar?
I tried
Something
all
like
of
I never
those,
did
though,
that.
and none of them worked.
I only heard about this like recently.
Oh really?
I never did about that.
Oh, it was so.
We had an innocent game.
Oh.
Yeah, you had marbles. No Pokemon.
We didn't have all that evil devil games.
You just
No.
read what is the Jewish holy book?
The Torah.
The Torah. You
No, I went to a very Christian school.
Did you?
Yeah, it was far from anything Jewish. Every assembly in the morning was like reading hymns in the morning.
Was you sitting there like
singing?
Oh, singing hymns.
I loved it.
Oh
I
my
loved
god.
it.
Some of them were so dour though. We used to sing one in infant school where led like the lamb to the slaughter.
I remember that.
Silence.
Hang on,
and
is sure this isn't just like some weird cult school you went to?
No, and then it went.
Did you sacrifice some animals?
It went there on your back. You carry the world of violence and pain, and then it went bleeding, dying, bleeding,
Oh my
dying.
God. No, we never had that song.
And I was just sat there like, what is this?
Are you sure that's...
Are you serious?
Did you ever used to have a
I've
sacrificial
remembered
stone?
it somehow.
Like some Aztec beheading.
Yeah. Then we sacrificed a goat to
little kids.
Odin.
I just remember just singing All Things Bright and Beautiful.
That's what I remember.
No, we.
What's the one with the globe?
bleeding and dying?
The globe.
There was like some...
Oh, it's got the whole world in your hand.
World
That's
in your
it.
hand.
Mate, that was a
Did
classic.
you used to have Chris and Sue come round?
Yeah.
The Bible.
We had
people.
everyone. It was
with,
fun,
with the
man.
accordion.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
I think we all were in a heart at that time. It was brilliant.
Oh, we used to have police officers coming. That's all we had. Maybe it's just the area I was in then.
Yeah.
That was Rayleigh, though.
They didn't make you sing scary enough songs.
No,
Rein you
I
in.
think we're just covered in cotton wool. Just go on, go explore the world.
Yeah. You were covered in
Yeah.
cotton wool.
You know, is that the experience? The saying?
Oh, right.
You wrap someone up and just
Oh.
shelter them out from the actual.
Oh, you're sheltered.
Yeah.
I, thought
I had
you-
a
I thought
great
you were
school
saying-
time. I think my primary school years was so fun.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
I missed that,
had a-
like-
I laughed a lot, but then I was also bored out my skull for a lot as well.
Oh, we had great teachers.
It was transient.
Yeah, we had really fun teachers, man. They were
Such
like,
is life.
School just wasn't my
No.
bag.
No, I mean I hated it.
how was your
actually.
school? You hated your school experience? I loved school.
No, I hated lessons.
Did you?
I hated secondary school more. Primary school, I just kept moving around when I was a kid. Primary school, because my parents used to move to pub, so I didn't have I was in primary school for like 1 year at a time, and then moved to the next one. But yeah, secondary school was just one school.
I mean, I like pissing about with my mates.
Yeah.
I like that.
I miss
part.
college more. I think college was my most
Didn't
enjoyable.
like
enjoy
sixth
college
form.
either.
I loved my school. I can't remember I'm trying to remember bad times. The only time I've ever had that I remember being upset was when I was in year 4. It was my birthday. The teacher made me stay back to pick up. People were throwing paper across the classroom, and I wasn't throwing nothing. I remember she was like, "Dan, you got to stay back after school and pick all this paper up." And I was like, "I didn't do any of that." I remember just like bawling my eyes out on my birthday. I was like, "Fuck this!" I didn't say that, but
Yeah,
I was pretty
we're four. I mean,
yeah, I was pretty upset. And then my granddad picked me up, and he was like, because it's like surprise birthday on it. I was literally just like, "Ugh." I didn't pick up the paper. I didn't throw any of it. That was
feel
it.
sad
That's
for you
probably,
now
that's probably
still.
my
Do you want a hug?
yeah. Let me come from that. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, thank
Got
you.
you, bro.
Thanks, man. She was a bitch of a teacher.
Do you want a hug as well?
we're sharing the love. Fat February.
Hello, monsieur.
February.
Yeah, sorry.
Aside from
I'm
that, I
getting a bit worked up here, guys.
No, I think I really enjoyed school. I had good friends, good people. I don't think we ever had like any bad disagreements with anyone. I mean, there were some people that were like, you don't really want to hang out with because they're not the greatest people in the
Yeah,
world.
Dan.
But yeah, like Lee, it took me a while to get into Lee. But no, it was a really good experience. I speak to other friends of mine now. I was in the same class as me, and they fucking hate it. So I'm like, ooh.
So I don't really speak to
that you enjoyed
anyone
it.
from school anymore. Like, yeah, I think all my friends now are just from like your acquaintances or whatever. And
Yeah.
don't
It's
actually
funny.
speak-
Also, like I forgot all the teachers' names.
I know.
Like I was in that school for like 9 years. I can't remember any of the school teachers' names.
Someone be your tutor for a whole year and you'll bump into them and go, "Oh, what was their name again?"
Yeah,
It's really bad.
So I've got my tutors on Facebook.
I've got my English teacher on Facebook. She was a babe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Is it like that busted song?
Well,
that's what I go to
Yeah,
school
2000.
for.
Yeah, it's what I go to school for. No,
Is that what it's about?
Yeah.
You know what? You need to watch the video. The video.
Oh my god,
That
I'm so
sets the
naive.
story.
I had like such an innocent mind to everything as a kid. Then that's it. Tainted. As soon as I met Kirk, tainted.
Just,
Yeah, you've ruined everything.
But it's like, another thing. It's like when you.
That's a bit harsh.
You know, like,
Yeah.
I remember as kids listening to songs that were so sexual, and my parents were like, never. Like I used to listen to all like Madonna's stuff and all these songs. That are,
Strike a pose.
like And then you hear like Miley Cyrus like a few years ago when she was doing her stuff, and you're thinking like, that's quite. And all these little girls listen to this stuff. I'm like, God, I wouldn't let my kids listen to that.
I love hearing that like Lazy J song on the radio.
Lazy J.
What's that?
I don't even know what's. That's the. I don't know what the artist is called. Where she talks about.
Sing it.
The thing is, I can't sing it. You know, she's.
I'll give it justice.
Licking warm goo and stuff.
What?
Truffle butter. Nicki Minaj.
No, that truffle bar is another one.
That's some dark shit.
I remember my mum used to listen to Blurred Lines, and I explained to her, Mum, you do know what Blurred Lines song's about? And I showed
Yeah, it's like rape, isn't it?
It's really dark, and it
That's
just
some
sounds
pretty-
like really happy, and even the video is a bit weird, wasn't it? Because it's
Yeah.
just a load of naked women walking around him.
You showed
And
her
then-
that video.
No, I didn't show that.
Azealia Banks.
Celia Banks.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah, I know the one. Yeah.
How does it go?
Murray just going to play the whole song.
Well, I get copyright for
Just
this.
fast
Yeah.
We ain't monetized.
Yeah, I'm getting that YouTube money.
I can't remember any of that.
But anyway.
But yeah, I remember
You listen to it and they
I
blank
remember
out
listening to
literally
songs,
every
and
word.
it was like you hear it now, you're thinking, oh, I remember that from like school, like disco time, and it was like, oh shit, that's some
So that-
nasty stuff.
It annoys me when they
Like Cotton Eye Joe. Do you remember that? That's about getting like chlamydia.
Really?
That whole Cotton Eye Joe is about like
Is it?
getting the cotton up your.
Where did you
Yeah,
come
you're-
from? Where did you go? Where did you come from?
Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh.
That's like
Is it?
that's putting cotton up your thing to check for fucking
No.
yeah, chlamydia.
It's like Ring Around the Roses was the Black Plague.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They all die.
Tower Bridge is falling down. Oh, but
I
that's
mean,
not-
you were singing about songs
dark
about
shit.
lambs and sacrifices, so.
Yeah, you came from a dark school. I think it was a cult. Did they wear robes? Did they ever wear robes? You know, with hoods on.
You guys,
Yeah.
you are the chosen one, sir. You just get it in.
Come to my office. There's like 4 bolt locks.
Yeah.
Here's 4 keys. One of them
It's
gets
like
you
I
through.
can't remember anything when I was before 14. Suppressed memories.
Yeah. That's right.
It's like Men in
I
Black.
turned
They
that
flash
perfectly
you.
normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny though.
Give or take. I was about to say something I've completely forgotten.
Is it about music?
I'm sure it's very
We'll talk about
profound.
Azealia
I'm sure it's
Banks.
very profound though.
And how she
Oh,
uses
yeah.
her she uses her tongue.
I think in Australia they've got a much better approach to on the radio. They'll if they're going to play a song that's got a swear word in it, they'll just say, "Oh, caution, language warning," and then they'll play it any time of day.
That's nice.
But like in here they'll like blank
Radio
out
edits.
words.
They do radio edits.
But it's
So
like you can't. It really annoys me because it's like you've ruined the song. You can't
Thanks,
just, You
BBC.
can't just take words out and expect
worst
it to
one for
still
me is-
sound okay.
It's like Heart Radio.
Part of the song.
Heart, we used to listen
Give
to
us your
Heart.
beef. What's your beef with Heart Radio?
They used to listen to Heart Radio in my old job, and there'd be like songs that may have like a small rap section in, and they'll just cut that whole bit out. And it's like
These
see-
ultra white radio stations.
No, it's not that. So I'm like, where's it gone? Like the good part. There'll be like a song which I mean, it might have like, let's say, I don't know what it's a good song, but like Chris
Man,
Chris
even
Brown or
with,
something. in it.
Even with
It's
Netflix, do you
part of
remember?
the song?
Netflix cut sections out of movies.
What?
Yeah, do you remember watching with Step Brothers? I don't think you watched it with us. Watching Step Brothers, and there's a section. Oh no, because we had my cousins over and we were watching Step Brothers, and you know there's that bit where one of the brother was hooking up with the other brother's wife, and there's a whole section where they're like upstairs and they're banging against the door, and it's like really loud.
Yeah.
When we're watching that bit, I remember that's coming up, and the Viv like was getting ready to fast forward through that section. They cut that whole bit out, so they've already went to the next scene. And there's so many movies I realised that I've watched before. That's like, oh, there used to be a bit there that was a bit funny or like a really gory bit, and they cut it out.
So is it just Netflix decision to cut that?
Netflix are cutting those bits out.
What?
Yeah.
It's too obscene for
Yeah,
it,
maybe
or is it
too
brand
obscene.
message?
Even that whole thing with like Tom
I
Segura.
thought that was the whole Netflix's deal was
Hang on.
we don't edit people's stuff.
So there's
think-
that, but then we watched that lesbian film and it was just those chicks
Oh, yeah,
just
and
banging
she-
for
oh, yeah.
literally 2 hours.
Oh yeah, and she was just always wearing a strap on.
Oh yeah,
She'd
Oh,
go
I
out
wasn't
and
watching-
come
I
back.
wasn't
and
That was a
take her
really-
trousers
we
off, so
didn't
she just
realise
had a
that
strap
film.
on.
Dude, even the
That was
other
odd.
bits with since Tom Segura's stand up, they wanted to get rid of anything that had the word retarded in it.
What?
Tom Segura's a
Yeah.
stand up comedian. He had a whole bit on his stand up about how you can't say the word retarded,
Yeah.
but he used it in that context. Like you just
Just
you
can't
can't
say
use it.
Yeah.
Since then, they've banned the word on any Netflix show, but then there's still some now that I've seen. I'm like, oh, that's still on there. So it's like they like pick and choose who they
Can you
want.
ban? Oh, that's such
Because
a slippery.
technically it was a medical term. That's
a
like
slippery road, though, isn't it?
yeah, or like people get upset with another word, hermaphrodite, like the trans community or something. One of those that you can't say hermaphrodite.
Yeah, but that's a medical.
That's a medical term. It's just like one of those like mad. We're in a funny time.
Yeah, very odd.
Yes.
But yeah, editing people's speech is not a good idea.
We don't edit this.
I was gonna say,
No.
is there any edit or any process in this, or is it just literally raw upload? Don't care.
Yeah,
As minimal editing as possible.
Just from your point
Yeah,
of view.
just like barely even adjust the levels.
yeah. No, yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think they shouldn't be edited.
No. Like, I want to watch those films because those films were good. And then because I've seen him before, I recognise, that really good bit is not there anymore.
Yeah, yeah, you feel sort of cheated, don't you?
Yeah.
It's like how. Yeah, it's like you've ruined my art form that I'm watching.
Wasn't there a whole bit on the South Park when they did an episode about, like, Spielberg remaking his movies? There was a whole bit with Indiana Jones movie. They were remaking it, and it's like, don't remake old films because it's so good. It feels like kind of like that. They're like retouching and re-editing these films, and it's ruining the character.
It just feels a bit Orwell, doesn't it? Bit 1964?
What's that?
Is it George Orwell? 1964?
What are you talking about?
The book.
I'm sorry, totally lost track.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Right. I'm gonna have to fact check this.
What
now.
book is that?
The one where it's a dystopian future. It's basically like North Korea, where everyone is monitored and their speech is.
Remember that film about North Korea as well with Seth Rogen?
Oh, you're talking about that and the other dude.
Yeah, and then like the company didn't want to release it in the
Yeah,
end.
there was so much
1984, George Orwell. I'm just amazed neither of you have heard of it.
What film was that? What book was that?
But I've not actually read it, but it's just a real cultural icon that I know of.
What's the book called?
1984.
Oh, right. I thought that was a year.
So this is
It's a book called 1984 by the author George Orwell.
I thought you meant it came out in 1984, and I was like, what came out in
Me and
1984?
Lee, I don't even barely even read books.
I'll give up. Let's talk about wanking again.
Yeah, Lee, what's your daily limit?
Daily limit.
So yeah, how many per day do you think you have?
More or less than 10, Lee?
We're done with cultural stuff.
We've done cultural
tried.
stuff. I said I'll come back on and not talk about this. It's not like a day. Like I wouldn't have it every day.
How many weeks do you think on average?
It picks up more on weekends.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
Tell us more.
Tell us more.
Do you have a ritual? How many
Just
candles
'cause
do
you
you put up?
Because nothing to
Just,
do.
I might as well treat myself.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Get a lane. No, let's make use this time.
Do you do like the blinds open or blinds closed?
What about when you're hungover? Do you feel like one more or less? Be like,
pass.
no, I don't feel like it. Or
Scented
remember-
or non-scented candles?
I remember obviously we went to the dry January steak dinner. And you opened my eyes to new ways of doing.
Oh right, yes. Have you tried that?
I've tried one of them.
Did
Uh-oh.
you?
Yeah.
What,
What was it?
The pepper grinder.
The pepper grinder. I don't have to question that one.
There was a couple of few of us in that group of very sheltered masturbation methods.
Kirk
And
comes out.
Kirk opened the eyes.
Just comes
It was
out.
like because someone got a flashlight, wasn't it? That's how we got onto
Oh
this.
yeah. Alex got what? I think he walked.
I was going to out him, but if you're going to out him, all right.
I didn't say his second name. But
I can't remember. I do that actually. No, we'll
I don't
leave
think
that.
anyone on this podcast will know who that is anyway.
Well, you never know.
I don't think
Never
he'll
know.
care.
We
Anyway.
get like 5 views, so it's alright.
I think he like won it or something.
He won it. What competition?
It got sent to him.
Oh,
What, like a review?
never mind.
I'm not gonna. Yeah.
He was acquired.
So how long will it be until you get one?
I don't think. Someone got
So
one
whi-
for
whi-
Secret Santa, and then
So
at work.
which one technique did you try?
If you look at the bedside table, you'll see there's a new.
Oh my god.
I'm joking.
He's not joking.
I can't see the bedside.
No, you can't.
anyway,
that's why that door's shut.
Was it good?
It was interesting. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Different.
I
Different.
did
Oh,
send Lee a
well,
very funny video this morning.
different.
Oh,
good.
he did send me one.
Yeah, I feel that's quite relevant.
It's basically this guy just shoveling. Looks like
It looks
Goo.
like glue or something, and it was basically the caption was like
being single or something like that.
being single on Valentine's Day or something like that, and it's like these like workers like scooping up this
Industrial
glue,
like glue.
around.
It's like cleaning up after Valentine's or something. Like, on my own. Something like that.
But I think
Yeah.
Basically, very lonely. That's what we're getting to with this then.
No.
so. For all you
No,
Valentine's
gotta have a
people,
bit.
Hey, I am single, so you know I'm on Tinder, Hinge, Bumble. Come find me.
find him.
Yeah.
What's your URL? What's your
Instagram at Lee Dobson. There you go. That would be the
Dobson.
best
He's a
way.
big
Slide
fan.
in.
Do we
Big-
get
big
to
fan
see
of the
more
pepper
of
grinder.
your knee? Is that hole going to get bigger?
Whoa. That is a man's knee out there.
Just look at the hairy little coconut.
Furry, like a little chinchilla.
Chiller. On that note,
On that note,
that furry note.
it must have been an hour, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Lee, and good luck
Thank
on
you.
your
Thank
you.
masturbation adventures.
Signing
Masturbation
out.
part 2 was
good,
that? Yeah.
Good luck in your future.